All right, good afternoon, Lubbock. Thanks for tuning in. This is another episode of Second Sessions, a podcast where we talk to local musicians about what they're doing in their projects and their upcoming goals. And today we have John Macias with the band Tea with Titans. Is that?
Yes, sir. That's all correct.
Okay. First, I want to introduce everyone in the room. I'm Dan. We got Steven right here.
Steven.
And
Michael.
And of course, John over here to tell us about his band and everything. So let's just go ahead and jump into this. Tell us a little bit about what your band's, just tell us about your band, actually. Start with there.
Okay. So right now we are technically a 5-piece metalcore band from Lubbock, Texas. We all reside here in Lubbock, Texas. Let's see, there's me. I'm the drummer. I was originally the singer and the vocalist for Tea with Titans, but our drummer quit. And I just so happened to buy his drum set just so we would have a set if we came across a drummer that couldn't, relocate his set or didn't have a set. And I just practiced on it for about 3 months, and then we took the direction that I'd just be the new drummer.
So going from singing to drumming, what was that like?
Oh, it was fun because I've been a musician my whole life. I could talk to you all day. I played guitar for 15, 16 years. Never really good, but never really was firm with my practice. I played trombone for 9 years, and I was really good. I even went to tech for a year for it, and I was all about it in high school. And now I play drums, and I sang and screamed a little bit for 3 years. I did that, and I got to tell you, playing the drums is the best.
So would you say you like that better?
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I feel like, I don't know, I was young and motivated when I played trombone. And, I just, I had to succeed at something. And I just don't think I really had the connection as much with the music as I do with metal music. And then not only that, it's just physically fun to play the drums. I don't, I used to have to, urge myself to practice. And now it's more, I need to. It's the way I, release tension.
And it's good for that, what we do. It's not many people get the opportunity, but it is kind of a way to channel, even with Michael, because he's our front man. And he gets, if we don't do a show for a while, he gets a little antsy.
I get antsy.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I get antsy.
He likes to let that out on stage, and that's his. And we get it out in practice, of course. But when it's
not the same.
It's like when you're playing football and you practice, and you're like, whatever, practice is cool. It kind of sucks, but when you have a game, it's like you're excited for the game.
It's exactly what it is.
And, it's just
we've never took it slow from not gigging. We've always it's the funnest, it's the most fun part.
Yeah, we used to be pretty heavy with it. There's nothing like it being on the stage.
Nothing like it. Yeah.
So, I'm trying to think one more question, because you used to do the vocals, and I'm sure you wrote the lyrics, or I don't know if it was a band collaboration.
Yeah, there's a few songs I wrote the lyrics for. One's on Spotify, Grey Room.
Okay.
And I wrote another song too, but it kind of vanquished with the old drummer because it was his main idea.
Sometimes it's just easier to part ways on certain.
Yeah.
It was called Grey Room.
Yeah. And it's on Spotify. It does have our old singer on it, though. We're no longer, all of our stuff on Spotify doesn't have our most current singer, who is just wonderful.
So how did y'all get your new singer? What's his name?
His name is Tony Rojas.
Okay, that's who I've been in communication with. Real nice guy, seems like.
Yeah,
Tell us about him.
Oh, he's perfect, all around. I don't know. He first auditioned, and we had so many people lined up to audition. We were like, okay, well, we got to hear everybody out. But, man, he gave me such chills. I was just like, man, this is the dude. This is the one. And, it took about a month and a half later, and we got with him, and it's been great. It's been absolutely great. A lot of people don't realize, too, it's not all about the talent. It's also, you got to be a workable person. And I can say Tony is the most, easygoing, positive dude. When he first joined the band, we played 4 killer gigs in a row, where we didn't play for under probably 80, 100 people, which is pretty good for our standards. Obviously the attitudes are great and high, and we were having a good time. And then the next 3 were a little smaller. We kind of pulled our pool, and it was harder to get people to come out. And they were some of the most fun gigs we've ever had. And there's no negativity in the band, really. It's just been it's been great. Not only is his talent everything we could ever dream for, but like I say, I can't speak high enough of his attitude. So we're on the up right now.
So it's a good thing y'all landed. So how do you or landed him? As I was gonna say, but like how did y'all even approach the audition process? Was it like, hey, know some of these songs, and then
we gave them blank scratch tracks.
Okay.
So they could write their own song, and then we tell them as many covers as you want to do, you can, but we're gonna hook you up to a mic and through a PA, and then for the other ones we're gonna do live, and we're also gonna hook you up to the mic and the PA so we can hear. A lot of that's what we had, and so we gave everybody like 3 weeks, like at least, and if they needed more time, we're like, if you need more time to audition, we knew it was gonna be a lengthy process.
Yeah. It's because it's important to have the right.
Yeah, we want to make sure too they have creativity too, because like I say, we're not as a band. We're pretty much just want to do our own parts, and we want someone who wants to take pride in writing the lyrics and really, you know what I'm saying?
Take it seriously.
Yeah. It's own your section, and he did well. And then, like I say, all the auditions kind of fell apart, and we just jammed, and we didn't even necessarily jam stuff that like we gave them recordings to. We just went through other songs too, and just kind of freestyle. The people who looked better, they were able to freestyle and jam, and just was.
Yeah, because we experienced that a little bit going through some singers, and Michael's been with us for a number of years. But
me and Michael have been together,
and that's true. Like the history with Steven and Michael, right. But Steven and I started the band that we're currently with. Next month will be 11 years, and he told me it was just for the first 2 years it was just him and I, just
messing around, in a closet, pretty much. Literally in a spare, like I was saying, in a spare bedroom, and
you're telling me,
just trying to get some ideas recorded. And Steven always praised on Michael because they had a history in 2 or 3 bands. I'm not really too sure.
Three or 4.
Just to touch the tip of the iceberg. But he was always like, dude, Michael's the guy. But at the time, he lived in Amarillo. And we I don't know, I have to sit here and count.
I was in La La Land for a long time.
We probably went through like 3-4 singers in the life of this band before Michael finally was available. He moved back in town and the stars lined. And
no, dude, he had to drive from Amarillo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did until he moved to Lubbock. But he was that committed.
Show up for gigs, show up for practice, and then drive back home,
That is a commute.
Every week.
Drive.
But hey, when you love something.
Hey, yeah.
But dude, that's what shows it, is that
it's not all that, really, for something you're passionate about, it's not all that crazy.
Yeah.
We had some auditions, like you were saying, that fell apart. We kind of had someone be interested, and we were like, come in. We didn't really know how to approach it. We had
no clue.
We gave them some songs, and then even we had some times where like, hey, we're gonna play our music and just do your own thing.
Yeah.
And they never even opened their mouth to say.
Never even picked up a pick, and some people.
It can be frustrating. So that's what I'm saying.
Oh no, Tony was whenever he was like, I got some stuff prepared, but y'all just want to jam, and we're like, yeah, all right, that's
and
fine.
Get that mesh.
Just get the. And
that's a singer right there, man. You just want to get the vibe of the room, get the vibe of the
head
music
going. It's really like, can you grab the beat we're laying down? That's all we want. And he showed so much promise just from the first time he heard some of these songs that we were really impressed.
So
we're glad we could have him.
How many years has T for Titans been around?
Oh man, it's been a while. It's I would say at least 4 years.
4 years.
We've gone through so many lineup changes and.
Have y'all been under different names in the past?
No.
So, if you don't mind, I know this is kind of a corny question to ask sometimes, but how did the name T for Titans come a thing?
It's T with.
Oh, I'm sorry. T with, my bad.
Come on, man, dude. You don't give T to Titans. You have T with Titans.
With the Titans.
That is an excellent point. I'm sorry about that. But
it's actually...
we didn't actually ask him to run the show. It's this is how it works. This is how it worked out.
I'm not offended. It's fine. It's really... What was I saying?
How did the name come?
Oh yeah, we had one name, and it was Atomic Elbow Drop. And then our old drummer, the one that quit, and our old drummer, he I forget, he saw it off somewhere. I believe it was Futurama. It's the name of the talk show on Futurama that they watch.
Okay.
And we heard it.
Where the robots?
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I think it's like a big alien, a green alien, and like a woman. But yeah, we loved it, stuck with it. I really like it. It's got alliteration with the 2 T words.
Mm-hmm.
I love that it's an acronym, TWT. Don't ask me why. Just some of my more favorite artists is like.
I could see that being.
I like
a lot of them have
I like that it's a phrase.
Mm-hmm.
I really like it's a phrase, you know, and it's not just one word. You know, I don't know. Some people that might not be a determining factor, but for me, I really enjoy it.
Well, y'all's name stuck with me right when I heard it.
Yeah.
And it's just something you remember. You know,
Right.
T with Titans.
Yeah, and y'all do a lot of shows with J&B, right?
Yes.
And he's mainly the guy to do
Jason has been very good to us.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
He's very nice. No, he's professional. And like I say, if I show interest in something, he works his butt off to either get me it or he lets me know, you know. And he's by far been my best contact.
So
Jason will be here in.
Well, we haven't scheduled. We've been trying to get him in here because I think he'd be a great person. Because he, you know, but scheduling's a thing. You know, he's a new father too, so we'll get to it. But
and I mean,
and then when
busy
you have the idea
anyways.
of podcast, and they're like, I don't know. But when he actually saw it, he was like, okay, I actually might want to do this.
When I first told him,
he was like,
that sounds interesting. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Question mark.
Yeah, exactly.
so the you say it's a 5-piece, right?
Yeah, but one member is living in Denver right now, and so he doesn't come down often. But
he's still with the band, part of the band.
Yeah, he's still in the circle. We might have to find a new guitarist or start looking, but we recently got Tony aboard, and so for like the past half a year, we've just been dealing with filling in the vocal spot. So, and we've been playing gigs as a 4-piece, even though really. We can't fill the room the same. We need that. We need a rhythm guitarist. Like it's just you need it.
We know about that.
Yeah, and but we've just been doing it, and we need to get it. You know, we need to find something. But anyways, yeah, it's Jack and Max. They're the twins. We call them the Wonder Twins.
The ambiguously gay duo.
Based off this drawing here, Steve.
I'd beg to differ.
Look at that.
Steven's proud of his
that
wiener
is a
pictures.
nice one. Yeah.
I know that, you know, here, I don't know if the camera
they
can
can't
get
see
that.
it over there.
But I want to say, like, how did all your members kind of get together?
Okay, so friends of mine were having a party, and I met Max, the bass player. And then we went downtown and we rehearsed with this other guy I was jamming with. And that never really panned out. And then we met the old drummer through that guy. And then we kind of formed our own thing. And we got Jack, his brother, to play guitar. And so we started with us 4. It was me, the twins, and our old drummer. Okay? And the whole time it's always been me and the twins. We've always Max, and Jack. We've always been in it together. And
twig and berries.
Yeah.
Who's the berry?
Nah, you know who the berries are. It's the twins.
Yeah, you're right.
He's the twin.
They look the same, right? They got to be matching. And then we got a new singer, and he was with us for a long time. He's no longer with the band. I did recently hear his new stuff, and it's wonderful. So I'm happy for him. I hope, whatever, on all of his endeavors, I wish him the best. But we spent a solid 3 years or 2.5 years as a 5-piece. The new guitarist, Ethan, me, the twins, and then our old singer.
It's cool that you wish your other singer, because sometimes you say you wish him the best because in Lubbock we're gonna find each other again. It's not that big, so it's good not to have bad blood.
I mean, we had some bad blood, but recently I worked with his bass player and on an overnight. I work at PetSmart, and he works with the inventory system. So I heard they're unmixed, kind of still. Some of the songs were still just like guitar, and they were just ideas. But there's 4 or 5 that were full ensembles, really great, and it was wonderful. And I was like, wow, this is really great. I'm really, and I haven't talked to him in a while. I was like, well, I'm just, we're going to go our direction. He's going to go his direction. There's no reason why we can't, I can't wish him the best.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, we do have a lot of experience as much as we did fight and argue. There is a brotherhood there that we might tend to forget sometimes, but those bonds were there at the time. Right. And like I said, his shit is dope. It's so good. that out. What I heard, the fact that they're hardly halfway through mixing and producing and even writing the parts, it's a banger. It's good. So it's good. He's found a good outlet.
So y'all had the recordings you have on Spotify with the old singer.
Yeah.
Right. So what's on the table now for maybe some new recordings?
Okay, so we've recorded all the instrumentals, and they've been recorded for a very long time, but with the vocal changeover, we had the whole album finished. It just needed to be mixed and produced. And or mixed and mastered. And but we lost our singer, and this was about 6 months ago or 7 months ago. I don't quite remember. And so we had to start new, and we didn't want, we can't release an album. It really happened the most convenient time because we just dropped all the vocal tracks, and we were like, well, we'll find a new guy, he'll re-record. And so we've been in the process of doing that, and we can't just tell that, Tony, like, yo, you got to do 5 songs a month. You got to come up with 5, Mm-hmm. We're giving him time, and he's been killing it, knocking it out, really producing high numbers on songs, like 2 a month. And so as soon as they're done, all we'll have to do is have it mixed and mastered.
I thought you were about to say something.
We do have singles coming up, though. We do have a couple of. We have like three songs
that we can have soon.
Yeah, hopefully within a month and a half, if not sooner.
Well, I guess my deal with that is that if you had like an album written, I know whenever our singer, whenever we put the vocals to music, sometimes it changes it quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And so, like, I'm sitting here trying to process that, like having a full album done and then have someone come in.
Yeah.
Do they come in as like
Are you giving
like
them
for
like
a
free
hire
range
type
or?
thing, or do they change it, or are y'all very specific?
No,
in how
it is.
has to do-
It's already recorded. It's
Yeah.
already recorded. It's partially.
You've already paid the money.
It's
you've already
mostly.
recorded
We're doing
you've
it
already-
all for
you've already-
free. We're doing it all for free at Tech, but it's already recorded. It's the way it is. This song,
Yeah,
that's the
I got you.
layout, and we gave Tony the scratch track.
Okay.
Or not even the scratch track. The somewhat edited, somewhat mixed instrumental version straight from the recording studio, and he just sat at home and
Now is he writing the lyrics? Or,
Yes.
Okay, so this is in his control type.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah.
His field is what it's.
Yeah, he picks when he comes in. He picks what parts he don't sing. He picks what parts he screams.
And where y'all recording at? Where
At
y'all doing
the
this at?
Texas Tech recording studio.
Hey man,
Yeah,
Texas Tech.
Guns up.
I'm gonna give it to Texas Tech. Yeah, man.
yeah,
Yeah, that's a cool.
We
thing
wouldn't
to
be
have.
here probably if it wasn't for Tech. So.
yeah,
But yeah, okay, cool.
absolutely. Yeah, it's one of our members is a employee of Tech,
Okay.
and
okay.
so we get free recording, and it just takes a while because they're so like booked all the time,
I bet.
and there's only 2 of them, and
Oh,
one
dang.
of them is one of my close friends, one of the engineers. Aaron, he lives in Lubbock, but he plays for Astringency, the metal band.
Oh yeah,
They're
they're metal.
freaking
Yeah.
awesome. He shows me like his tabs written out, and he'll show me his guitar parts. I'll see him on Snapchat, and I'm just like, wow. One day I'll write music as interesting as that. Like it's just amazing what they do.
I gotta tell you, whenever you can play Happy Birthday, and you hear it, but you look at it written out, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, pretty
Yeah,
good.
it's-
So
yeah.
written out is a
Right.
whole
Yeah.
different
When you
ball
look at
game.
music on
Yeah.
paper,
So I'm sure you're doing stuff
yeah.
that is already that good, but you
Oh,
see it
yeah,
and you're like, oh,
just
I wish I
the-
could do something. You probably already are.
There's a lot of stuff though, like just looking at it, and just the smoothness and honestly the quick pace of it, and how many different just like changes they go from triplet fills to 16th fills, like just no, I know I don't write that. Like I'll ride the same beat for like 16 seconds. My music is a little more mainstream, a little more constructed, and that's it's because
You're the drummer in this situation.
yeah,
Is that correct?
yeah. But
So-
everything Astringency writes, it's just like insane, and it's like a story. It just takes you for a story, like from the start to beginning. It's hard to explain.
you kind of almost get
Just hearing it, yeah. It's just
transed into it.
It's
Yeah.
always evolving, and it's always it's really good. It's just amazing.
So you'd almost consider them an inspiration.
Yeah, absolutely. So working with Aaron and everything he knows. Oh my, yeah.
So
he's
who
definitely
are some
someone
of your inspirations? As maybe yourself personally, the band. Who do you?
I would like to hear what maybe the band's inspiration.
Yeah.
You personally as well.
Yeah.
Because everybody's different. But we've played with y'all, and we've seen y'all a lot, even when we weren't playing. And so, yeah, what is it? Like, where do y'all come from, and what is it that? Because y'all bring a crowd, and it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah. I mean, my biggest thing is I've always been a metalcore. I'm very. I mean, I listen to all types of music, but it's always been Kill Switch Engage, August Burns Red. As I Lay Dying just dropped like the best album ever. Like it's so good.
We almost got it.
We almost nailed it. We just opened for Era. I'm a huge Era fan. Vela Maya. But mostly like I would say Kill Switch, August Burns Red. There's a band called Polaris, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But yeah, that type of vibe is definitely where I'm coming from and the type of music I'm really trying to lay down.
As a drummer, who inspires you?
Oh, definitely Matt from August Burns Red.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What is it that you like?
Oh, I just like the variety of his playing, and it's hard to explain. It's
just drawn to it.
Yeah, even on the slower parts, he really he subdivides all of his stuff, but in the most interesting way. And it's just, it's really a sight to see. And the different textures he creates throughout the song, they really keep them interesting. Like most songs, a verse will have the same riff with a little tail on the end, a little fill on the end. Not him. He'll do something one way, and then he'll change up his feet division the next time it comes through around. And then he'll change up his cymbal division the next time around. And it's his... That really just gives like a, kind of a crescendo towards where he's aiming.
Like some ear candy sometimes. You're like, what was that? And you want to listen a little deeper.
It's such, and a lot of it's really, it gives the illusion the song is a lot more complex than what it is. When really he's just following a pattern through it. But I mean, he does so many great things. He's easily probably my favorite drummer. Yeah, absolutely.
Rock on. So like, I just want to throw like a question out there. And usually it's a question where no one's ever thought about. So it's really but if you had to collaborate with any band, internationally or locally,
anybody,
what band would you pick to collaborate with?
Oh, really? I gotta say, okay, just because I'm kind of self-conscious of my own, abilities, I most certainly wouldn't want to play with anybody big or famous. I would probably say Divided Me from Amarillo.
I don't think I've heard of them.
Oh, they're so good.
Tell us about, who are they?
They're a band. We met them through the Memphis Mayfire concert when we opened for them. They were there to see it, and we kind of got a small contact. And then they came and played a show with us here in Lubbock. Then we went and played their album release and so on and so forth. We've played a lot of shows. And they're just, I don't know, they're awesome. I love what they do. They're a 5-piece metalcore outfit from Amarillo, Texas. There's a screamer, a singer, a guitarist, a bass player, and a drummer.
So has Amarillo still got a good metal scene?
The couple of times we've been there, it's been real good.
We've played a few shows, and I was
actually we've played quite a few shows in Amarillo.
And then people say and this was a few years ago since we've been to a show, at least a Second Drive. We haven't been to Amarillo in a while, but when we went to this this venue. I can't remember the name. I want to say it started with a V, if that rings any bells to you. Anyways, it was a strange venue. Great PA. Great engineer. I remember he was just smoking a stogie while he was
kind of
out of
city, kind of outside the city a
little bit. And then they had like this secret room where you could order Thai food in it, and then it was a kitchen in one part, and then the other part was like this weird almost like a dance floor, but it was like a stage.
Actually, it was a really cool setup. And they had a great venue, but they weren't using it the way they should.
Well, I think they had underground poker or gambling thing going on there because there was like a secret door and
there was.
There's a show going on and random people would show up, but not for the show. They would just disappear behind the door.
That's where the best time comes from. Yeah.
But dude, I'll tell you, they did have a great system, and I have to do. What was the band that we were playing with?
Moments Still Fall.
Moments Still Fall.
Oh yeah,
I have to give them a little shout out because that was probably the best time I'd ever seen them. Was at that venue.
Well, they had some good low end that just came through really well. And
which were all like
shake the floor.
It was like
but
like it wasn't
when it hit, it was like you would feel it.
Yeah, it was really.
We got
good.
some subs in this place, man.
Yeah. And then the Thai food.
The Thai food.
Once you said that, I was like, oh yeah, I remember that place now.
That's why I can't remember the name. You know what? It may have been the Rec Room or something. Actually, I don't remember. But we did play in some Amarillo shows, and I was wondering if it was still metal out there. You know?
See, I wish I knew, but I've only been there. We only played there, I think, 3 times. Oh, yeah. And each time we played, it was pretty good.
Amarillo seems to be almost...
There was a big divide from the stage to the actual crowd.
Oh, it was a big difference,
Little barrier, then there's tables, and then there's the dance floor. It was weird.
The stage
was cool, sound was great, but it was...
It was higher, and then there was like tables in front. So I mean, there wasn't really anything.
That'd be awkward.
It really was.
It actually was so awkward. It was weird. I mean, but we did good, and Moments Still Fall. Yeah. They killed it on this particular show.
They were freaking amazing.
Yeah, they suck as dudes. I mean, but I'm just saying.
So inside your with Tea with Titans, was there any moment that you can think back to?
Some odd interactions with that group.
We actually know them too well.
Oh, we've been around this scene for a while, and I mean, like we've run into a lot of different types of people.
And that's just so I can say that they can get mad at me. They call me. It's okay.
Yeah. My number is.
Yeah, no, I'm not
Text
doing
me.
that.
Okay, yeah, don't do that.
I have enough weird people. Y'all call me too much.
Yeah, and we're in a band. How do we communicate otherwise?
Are we? When did that happen?
Well, we did take a couple months off until yesterday. We got back in the jam room, but it was good to finally get.
Hey man, I went to Utah, saw some nature.
He did. Dude.
Take your shoes off. Go walk outside sometime, man. Come on, people.
Steven's got to clear his head and get away from people.
All right, so y'all said 4 years.
Yeah, roughly.
4 years. So all right, so from the start, okay, so take your first few gigs. You said y'all had some really kick-ass gigs, right?
Yeah, we've had some decent ones.
All right, y'all had some good ones.
How have you seen in these past few years? Because I mean, like I said, we've been around a while, so the Lubbock scene has had its ebb and flow, and it's. What do you see nowadays? Like, is it the past 4 years changed? What?
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to say. People come and go. There's so many staples to this like Lubbock music scene. There's so many people that are there and they're, what I'm saying, they really support it. And really, I feel most events we go to, I'm having a good time. And there's a lot of people. And a lot of these national acts, they do bring great crowds. And we get a wide variety of this. I mean, we get all types of metal coming through. And
what, here in town?
Yeah, absolutely. The JMB and Den Productions, they bring so much. You can always you could always find a show, and it's always been fun to me. It's I want to say attendance is low, but most of the times if people are having fun, people show up, and that's what it takes. It takes multiple shows of having good times, and building a community, and I think there's. Hell, off the top of my head, there's at least 40 individuals out there that I can think that really help the music scene by being around most of the times, always having a good time, pushing people in the pit, having a blast.
Is one now,
yeah.
I'm glad you brought up Den Productions for a moment.
Are we going to go there real quick?
Kinda. Anyways, Den's been around for a few years now, and you got to hand it to them. They do bring some shows, but one thing I say that upsets me about Den is that they kind of squashed the local scene.
Yeah, did they bring good shows this year? I think they only had like 2 or 3.
Okay, all I can say about Den, is she's been completely professional and she's helped us. Here's the thing, Hilda.
Yeah, there you go.
I asked her about a couple of big shows coming up. Bad Wolves. I emailed her and I asked her.
Man, if y'all got that, dude, I might shoot all y'all.
I was like, wow. It would have been amazing, but she informed me that it's already been filled, and I believe filled by locals, And then she gave me a list of 10 different shows. And she was like, y'all pick which ones y'all want.
They did this.
You know what I'm saying? And y'all, let me know and I'll send you tickets. All you have to do is sell a few.
Right. And
Which I think she's been helping out. I think Jason helps out a lot, but I think he's a little more rooted in it being in all falls down.
because
Well, and he's local. Den is not, from.
Hill does local.
Well, they're local, but
she's here all the time.
They came into Lubbock.
They came into Lubbock. They are local now.
Okay, so what my issue with Den was, I get the whole thing, like sell tickets, because absolutely, let's sell tickets. But it was like either sell tickets or just give us $250 and then you get 20 minutes to play. And that was what was pissing me off about Den. And that was fine. We actually did a few shows with them.
Well,
and
you got to do it.
And then it came to a point where I don't even know what happened. But they just kind of like did us wrong. They just like axed us from the show.
There you go.
And
never really fulfilled.
And that's
the rest
after
of
we
theirs.
paid too.
And we
After,
paid, and then they were like, "Hey, we're gonna make it up to you." Never did. And not only that, it was just.
And it's not like we suck. I mean, we're an okay band.
I just feel like I don't agree with the pay to play, especially in Lubbock bands. It's not fair. Especially if like let's say you get on a Den show and you're like your band's first show. I get it. You got people probably want to see you and you can sell some tickets, but that's not guaranteed. And then these people have to like shell out all this money. And we're broke bands.
And see, that's the thing that I've I think it's such a topic in the local music scene is selling tickets and paying to play. Jason or Hilda have never asked me to pay. Neither one of them have ever asked me to pay.
That, but
but often they do require
they get
ticket
their money.
sales.
I guarantee you, Den gets their money.
They do require
they
ticket
don't.
sales, which I can only agree with.
I
can only
makes
agree
sense.
with.
Yeah, the ticket sales, yeah.
If that really is the case, and you don't have strong enough of a following where you can't get rid of these tickets kind of easy, then you should be build that up, play some local shows where you don't have to sell tickets. Work your way up towards that. And then, obviously, man, we get on, when we did All That Remains, we sold 60 tickets without even trying. People coming to us. We played Hell the Sun. We sold, I think 36 tickets, but that's because it's Hell the Sun. People just wanted the tickets.
They want to go
a
see
lot
that
of shows are, some of the smaller national acts are a little tougher to get rid of the tickets. But, I mean, we've been very lucky since the get-go. We've been able to sell at least 20 tickets to
that's a good number.
That at least without being too trying, let alone if it's a really good act, then they sell themselves.
And it's good.
Well, that's a big deal too. If it is a big act or a national
My
act,
thing is
they do sell themselves, which is so hard whenever you have that pay to play aspect. And if you don't have that backing of a big band behind you, it is really hard.
It is hard.
Unless you have somebody gorgeous like Dan that sells all the tickets. I've never sold the ticket once because people don't like me, but
you got to try, man.
I've tried.
I sell most.
People don't understand what I'm selling most of the time,
but it's kind of my contribution is just the promoting.
Yeah, and then that's where it also helps out. If you promote yourself right, and like Steven said, it's a good point. It does help to have a good show. Especially if you're a band that's making their way. Maybe not people know about you. We did a couple shows like with Static X when
Static X was so good,
badass. By the way,
Static X is the band that created my love for live metal.
Oh, dude, they're so
great.
good.
And they were just as good live as the album.
And cool dudes.
They were better live.
Dudes. Well, it was.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they were really.
So
I think the
good
first
live.
time we played with him, he was Wayne Static, but the second time he was Static X.
Because he came through as Wayne Static, and he did a lot of Static X stuff. But then he came
Was that
through
here?
as Static
In
X.
Lubbock?
Yeah, both of them
Time.
were here. Yeah.
I was living in Odessa at the time. I saw it at Dos Amigos. Where I saw it.
Didn't we play? No. Where
He had
did
that
we play
badass
in
chick
Odessa
dancing
with?
on
Yeah,
the
well,
stage
that was his wife, I believe.
Yeah.
When we
man.
played with 10 Years, where was that?
Yeah, that
In
was
Odessa.
the Patron. It was in Odessa.
El Patron or Club Patron.
Club Patron.
Patron.
Yeah,
that was a
there you go,
J&B
there you
show.
go. Yeah.
We played
Yeah.
with 10 Years.
Great show.
And 10
Great
Years,
show.
really
Yeah.
chill band. We got to talk to
That's
them.
because they were on some new shit.
They were on
They were on some
something
new
else.
shit, man. Went
That
back to
was
their
fun.
bus and fucking man. I don't know
It
what.
was-
I don't know what
yeah.
that
It was not
man.
a good situation after the show.
I don't
That was
know
a fun
what
show.
that was.
Thank you guys for getting me home.
That was me.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
That was a late night drive.
It was horrible.
Remember
But
the
it's
show,
terrible.
but nothing afterwards.
That's part of the experience, you know. Just you know, the road trip, you know. Especially you're hyped up getting
Absolutely.
there.
I got to be
tired as
honest.
fuck
Those are
getting
always
Yeah.
the best. It's like if you have to travel for something, because
Yeah.
then you're more invested. You're like, well,
It's
you
a
got
new
to
place, and it's fun.
and you actually have to put the effort in. Dude, we live 5 minutes from Jake's.
Yeah.
It is so easy.
Yeah.
I mean, even though we
Maybe
have to
not even
load
5
all of our
minutes.
stuff, and we don't play there. Like
Yeah.
we haven't played there in over a year.
What's been
probably.
your favorite one so far? I mean,
Yeah. I
Is
would
there
like
a
to know.
venue in Lubbock
like a
that you
defining
like?
moment that your band has experienced?
I think it's definitely the All That Remains concert was real nice. It was we played in front of like 450 people.
see, I
By the
love-
Where
I
was
love
that
Well,
at?
all that
That
remains
was
is
at
going to
Jake's.
bring.
Okay.
That was. I asked the door guy as soon as we got off, how many people are here? It was 450.
Oh, I bet they sounded good.
Doesn't it
didn't they?
Jake's look so different when it's packed?
Yeah.
You know, you look around, you're like, no, this is
You're
what
not.
I'm
You're
talking
not
about.
staring at chairs anymore.
I think opening for Silent Planet was another really big one for me. Playing the memorial show for Lars Wolf Sr. was another big, like, you know, a big moment. It was great. They asked us, you know, we were happy to be a part of that. It was really, really touching. And then probably the Halloween show we threw last year, which we're throwing again this year.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Oh,
you guys got some
that's the
stuff coming.
party, man. It's so much fun. Last year was so much fun.
And-
I feel this year is going to be even more fun.
Is it like
And
a
where's that
costume
at?
thing, right?
That's at Jake's. It's a costume contest. It's
Okay.
actually my event. I'm sponsoring it. I'm paying for everything.
And that's on the 26th of October.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Saturday. That's Saturday before Halloween is how I tell people. Saturday before Halloween, the 26th.
that'll be some fun. Right there.
Yeah.
I did some research on you guys. Like, so I noticed your next show is the 17th with Mushroom Head.
No.
Yes. Well, our next show is October 12th.
Oh,
It's
okay. I
October
missed
12th.
that. The wrestling
Yeah,
rampage.
Rock and Wrestling.
Yeah.
And that's at the Ted Fee Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah.
What's the address?
I don't know.
Hold on 1 second. Let me make sure we promote correctly.
And then, Michael, this is something you probably want to go to. Maybe.
The wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's a really
It's,
cool
it's
gig.
local wrestlers. It's not like WWE
Yeah.
coming.
But still,
to-
even-
yeah, I know. I get it. I get
but
it.
no, I
Alright,
know,
it
yeah.
is-
Well, me and Michael have worked WWE before. Like
Yeah.
we.
Yeah, I think you told me like security or.
Well, no, I was
put the
a
ring
prop
together.
master.
Prop
Prop
okay.
master.
Yeah.
Well, this one is Saturday, October 12th, and it's at the Ted Fee Boys and Girls Club, 1801 East 24th Street. We have all the information on our page. This one's going to be really cool. We're
Go
doing
ahead and do a shout out for your page so people
Yeah,
can
go
know
for
where
it.
to find it.
Oh yeah, I just search Tea with Titans. I don't. Yeah,
That's
on
fine. That's good
Facebook,
enough,
yeah.
though, you know. But you want people
Yeah,
to find that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, get on our page, hit like, and then we'll keep you up to date with all of our, you know, our ongoing music release and all the shows. But this one's going to be amazing. We're doing covers of Real American, Hulk Hogan's theme song.
That's
Okay.
cool.
Okay, we're also
Michael's all
doing
excited
the,
I'm a
about
big
that.
wrestling
Ready?
fan.
Yeah.
So.
we're
Oh,
also
man,
doing
dude.
the final countdown, and we're doing custom intro music for the challenger of the championship belt.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going to be a good night. We've never done anything like this, and I am so stoked for it.
You know, I've always wanted to do like an intro song for a wrestler. I always thought that would be
Yeah.
like that's on my bucket list.
It's like the biggest honor.
Yeah, I think it'd be so cool. But you know, the hard thing with that, because I've actually reached out and tried to do this. The
I have
hard
been
thing
a
is
hardcore
the
wrestling
wrestler
fan
actually
forever.
picks his music. So
Yeah.
if you don't, it could be the dude's brother. And he gets he writes it, but it's the wrestler that actually gets to pick it. And
Yeah.
it was pretty cool.
Absolutely, we're gonna tell all the wrestlers there, like, yo, if you wanna,
Oh
you can
man, I
use
would,
our
dude.
music.
Promote yourself like
you
crazy,
can use our
man.
music for free, or if you want us to record something for you, we'll do it. But you got to pay for the recording or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're happy to contribute our musical thoughts.
Yeah,
for
for sure,
your thing, you know?
100%. I'm right there
Just
with
cool,
you on that. I
you
think
know?
that would be, man, that would be so cool.
Right.
It'd be
You know,
so cool.
Just be part of
You know-
whatever you can be.
Yeah.
Who was it? Mike Tyson only had one note. It was just when he
What?
walked out. It was literally
Was
one
it?
note. Yeah, it was just and it was him that picked it out. He's like,
I think I want to use just one note. Just one note. I'm going to go out there and knock him out, but it's one note.
it was just when he walks out, dude. It was crazy.
Yeah, but you know that's his
Yeah.
thing, and it's easy to remember that one note. You know, like, oh yeah.
It was easy for him
How's
to
that song
remember.
go?
He was like,
I gotta keep up with this fool.
Okay, so we are getting a little close to our time to wrap up here, but and this is I want to kind of close.
Oh, can I talk about the Halloween show?
No,
too?
no,
That's-
yeah,
Go ahead,
I
yeah,
just-
plug that.
Go ahead
Yeah.
and tell
Real
us
quick.
about that.
Okay, cool.
Wait.
So it's there's some prizes for the best Halloween costume, and it's $300 for first, $200 for second, $100 for third, and we're gonna give $200 to the best group prize.
Okay.
It's hosted by my good friend JJ Howell, who he's hilarious. He's a comedian. The bands are gonna be us, Tea with Titans, Indigo, So It Begins from Midland, and they're amazing. All Falls Down, Divided Me, and then Phantom Wilds.
That's a big list.
Yeah, it is.
6 bands.
I figure it's a costume contest. Each band's gonna do better if we only play like 25 minutes. So even the headliner, even
You had a lot of bands.
yeah,
on
there's
that
there's a lot of people that are gonna come in for the costume contest, and each band is gonna have their best stretch over 25 minutes before, if they don't necessarily listen to this type of music, before they get tired of it or bored of it. So, I wanted to keep all the sets short and
fair.
fair. Yeah.
So are you guys dressing up?
Yes, we're actually doing.
Are y'all
I believe
dressing up
we're-
for the show, or are you dressing up
Yes.
for the contest?
We're no, we're not
You're
gonna
gonna play
We're not
just-
gonna be in the contest, but we're gonna dress up for the show as wrestlers.
Nice.
I'm gonna be
pretty cool.
Bubba, Dudley.
That's cool.
You know who I'd be?
Max is gonna be Hulk Hogan. We got who else we got? Mankind and The Rock.
Okay,
So, yeah.
that's cool.
I'd be Jake the Snake.
So we're gonna see a lot of
Yeah.
I'm
skin.
just thinking.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I've already got some of the shit for the Fiend, man. Bray
Yeah.
Wyatt.
Oh
Yeah.
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 You could do that. Yeah.
So
That'd be a badass.
This is a big guy. If you haven't
Yeah.
noticed, he
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
formidable adversary.
yeah, you
the beard.
notice him. You notice him. That's what sucks because he stands in front and I get blocked.
Right.
They'll do that on purpose.
He's like a big shadow.
We didn't even notice you guys had a drummer.
Right.
But I wanted to
Where's
ask,
the band?
I wanted to ask you, as a closing question here, and this is something, for the future artist here in Lubbock or anywhere really that's listening, but what advice would you give to anyone in the local, or just in the music scene, period?
Oh, I have a few things. One thing is, I really do feel, especially when you're starting off, the amount of effort you have to put towards it is most certainly not worth the end. It's overwhelming. It takes a lot of work, and you're not gonna see any type of real positive output. So you got to do it for the music. You got
It's not gratuitous at all.
Yeah, you got
You
to
know
do
what?
it.
I like that. That's you're the first
if
person that
you're
said
starting
that.
off,
I like that.
man, and think of all the stuff people share on Facebook. Why the fuck would someone? Sorry, I can't cuss. Why
No,
would-
you can
cuss
say,
on
oh,
here, yeah,
I
man. You can
fucking
cuss on
talk.
here.
Yeah, you
Okay,
should.
well,
We're not
why would
regulated by
someone
the-
click on your link? It takes time. You can put out quality stuff right off the bat, and it still takes time before people are going to appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Let alone if you're a functioning adult going to work and, doing all this other stuff, you can't really, you only
Man.
spend so much time on it. So it seems like it doesn't pay off for a long time. But you that's the thing. You're not doing it for it to pay off. You're doing it to have fun and spread your ideas. This is my baby. This is my pride.
first one.
I used to lose myself in my work because I had to have a pride point in my life. Now I'm so much better at my job because I'm more like,
Right,
little,
you
like,
can
yeah.
contribute more to.
Yeah, I'm
every
more
aspect
laid
of your
back.
life.
I can do more planning and stuff because I have something to take pride in that can be as good as I want it to be. And that's my music. That surround yourself with good people, especially if you're starting a band. Like I say, if someone can't be a functioning adult and have a job, my number one thing is no, they can't be in a functioning band. Yeah, if you
Man,
want,
dude, you're saying a lot of good stuff.
you want to go and play little shitty bars or little shitty house shows and stuff. That's fine. But if you want to really be out there and have a social media presence and play good gigs and be well rehearsed, if you can't be a functioning adult and hold down, say, a job or or financial needs, it doesn't matter if you need them to contribute financially to the band. If they can't do that, they're not going to be responsible enough to be in a band.
Right, and it's not all party.
Yeah, it's not.
That's the whole thing. Is that like we've been in it so long, it was like party for sure. But now we've gotten past so much. What you said is like
Yeah.
It's the love of the
it's
music.
scripture, dude.
Love the music.
That's
That's what I
amazing.
do it
Yeah.
for. I mean, I never, I've been in retail for like 10 years, and I think I'd be just fine retiring from retail.
Dude, I would
I
too, man.
literally
It's okay.
just want to tour America a couple times, maybe tour Europe. You know, you still have to keep my job, you know, or whatever. But I would like to do that. I would like to build up a rep enough in the Lubbock music scene that maybe I could be like a private instructor when I get a little more, you know.
Hey, go work at the
age and
School of Rock.
wisdom.
We just had a guy from the
Yeah.
School of Rock, and you definitely
Yeah.
have a place there if you ever
Yeah,
wanted
well,
to.
I think I need a lot to pick up a lot more on the drum set, so I can, you know, kind of, you know, I'm still learning myself.
I think
quite a
you
bit.
definitely are in a good direction.
Yeah.
You definitely have a great understanding of it and what
There's-
it takes. I do have one question though. Do you have merchandise for this
Yeah,
band?
yeah, we have a lot of merch. We have hats, we have shirts. We
I
have
want
beanies.
what's on your wrist. Can I
Oh,
have one of
this,
those?
yeah, man, absolutely.
Look, I'm gonna give you one of mine.
Do you like orange?
I love it. Yeah, I love
Yeah.
orange. Hey,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
this
give you
one.
a black one,
Yeah,
and then I'll give you my wristband.
yeah, right. We can trade. I don't know if I can reach. I'm fat. And I'm
You got a second drive one? I got a two
yeah,
Titans. There
that
we
works
go.
with me.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I like
Hell
it.
yeah. And so, I mean, I think I had one more other point of advice, but I couldn't really think of it.
Go for it.
Uh,
Más
I
pronto
mean,
que
that's about it. Yeah, I guess
No,
that's,
that's
really about
great advice.
I-
Even with-
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's great. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
true advice, and that's what
Yeah.
you know. A lot of these, you know, people don't notice or realize, you know, having their starstruck idols,
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, no, this is hard work, and
Yes.
there's a lot of haters out there, and
Yeah,
lot
it
of
takes
haters.
time to build an empire.
You
And
gotta
if
have
you're
thick.
trying
You
to-
gotta have a little thick skin too.
with
Oh man, thanks.
oh, yeah, you do. Honestly, we haven't. I'll admit it. We don't face a lot of negative criticism, but like when we do like sponsor something on Facebook and it sends it to a lot of people, we do get a little bit, and I'm like, oh.
No, you always will.
there's always
It's
that
okay,
one
yeah, so, yeah.
person.
And that's just really what it is, because as soon as we get our new album out online, or even our singles and some music videos and stuff like that, once we get quality content online, I mean, we're going to be distributing a lot. We're gonna
And
be
you will
promoting
let
a
us
lot
know
more.
about that, correct?
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
whenever you get
We're
something,
hoping.
you
I mean,
let
we're
us
hoping
know. We're
soon.
gonna do everything we can. to
Hey,
help.
and
Yeah.
you motherfuckers out there that tune in and watch this shit, this fucking band kicks some ass, man.
Dude,
Thank you
We've
so
seen Teen
much.
Titans for
Yeah.
a long time.
Played with them, we've
Very
heard
good.
them. They fucking rock, man. You gotta go check them
We
out.
try. Thank
Well,
you so
John,
much.
thanks for being here. A part of this is great, you know, and telling us your story. We hope all the best for you and your band, and we hope to maybe have some more episodes.
I would
with you
like
here
to
in the
play with
future.
y'all again. If
Oh,
y'all are
yeah.
ever interested, we have a new album that we are working on. So not to self promote, but a
Soon.
little bit.
Yeah, we can.
And we're
sing
gonna
it
try to get
soon.
that.
Trying
to work on getting that Wounded Warriors thing going
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Because we want to make it an annual
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, that would be badass. We definitely play that.
Okay. Well,
sure.
we'll talk about that, and maybe we can get something,
Yeah.
collaborate together. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
So, all right, but thanks again, John, telling us all about what's going on with your band.
Macias. John Macias. All right, we got you, man.
Hey,
We-
FMX, start plugging fucking local bands again.
There you
Shit.
go.
You know,
He said
you
he's
know
gonna-
what? You know what it should
Hey,
be now. It's not.
I
It's
can
not
agree with
FMX.
that.
It's FFMX, man.
Yeah.
FFMX. Dude.
Okay. No,
Wes,
yeah.
get off your
Remember
mic.
you
Off
heard
your
it here
ass,
first.
Wes.
All right, guys.
Go home, Wes.
This is Dan
Yeah.
signing off. We got over here.
I am Steven from Second Drive.
And John.
John, thanks for having me, guys.
Thank you guys.
It's been
And
fun.
we'll look forward to tuning in with you guys again soon. All right, thanks,
Yeah.
guys.